Hello everyone and welcome to Arena Commander Live. This is Silex here. If you'll notice this week, we've forgone the live broadcast format as we've had so much to cover that it would be infeasible to do it in a concise manner that way. I'm really excited to announce though that I'll be doing a top 5 plays of the week video for Arena Commander every Friday. So if you're at all interested in seeing your videos up on here, please submit your top plays, and if we get enough interest from the community, I'll be posting the first video up this Friday. One more important piece of business before we get into things. The Xi'an Scout is now available for sale up until Friday, June 27th. They revealed the first bit of concept art as well as a 3D holographic ship viewer version of the Xi'an Scout on the RSI website, so go check that out. Make sure you do because it's really quite lovely. This menace with 4 TR3 main engines as well as 8 TR2 auxiliary thrusters should be an absolute joy to fly in this physically simulated thruster configuration that Star Citizen is using. So if you'd like one, make sure to pick it up before Friday at 150 USD or 120 euros. Also make sure to check out the first in-game footage on the RSA website of the Xi'an Scout. Anyway, we've got a really huge list of patch notes this week, so let's kick it off. So firstly, the Arena Commander menu is now accessible through the Options menu, so that should make things significantly easier for everyone. The Arena Commander menu can also be navigated using a gamepad now. I know that's been frustrating me, so that's good to see that fixed. All ballistic weapons also now use ammo boxes as their source. The proper score is now awarded when you destroy an enemy in Vandal Swarm, so that's good. Frozen effect is no longer displayed for everyone after ejecting, so should clarify things. The Xbox right joystick can now be inverted, and I'm very excited for that. Again, I'm playing on a gamepad for now, so that's a change that I welcome. Oh, the X55 Rhino is now displayed under controller options menu, so that should give you your layout for all you lucky X55 users. Run is no longer toggled off when you interact with something. I know that's been frustrating me in the hangar, using something and then my run is disabled. It's rather frustrating. The reduced texture sizes in the 300i, I know they haven't really made a visual impact. Everything looks just as fine as before, but presumably that's an efficiency thing. Ships are also now correctly rezzing out after ejecting, so that's good. Countermeasures should be more effective. They've added a directional indication for shield impacts that aren't in view, so that should help with visibility significantly. The broadsword now properly overheats and uses ammo when equipped. There have been a lot of great animation improvements coming down the pipe. Ship controls are now smooth and analog as opposed to digital as they were before. Oh, and you'll be pleased to note that helmet animations are improved, although not quite up to their former helmet flipping goodness. Destroying another player in space, their body will now float correctly in a T-pose, something more physically accurate. And speaking of floating in space, there have been some serious improvements to zero-G movement. Ah yes, we can see here some nice improvements to zero-G movement, as well as that ejection animation. Yes, and we can see that the animations look a tad smoother. Also able to move a bit more fluidly now. Yes. Now, prior to this, I had actually been having a hell of a lot of trouble actually moving in zero-G outside of my ship. So I'm glad to see that there are some good improvements in this direction. A lot of small bug fixes to mention as well. You were no longer stuck, unable to respawn if the chat was open when you were killed. PP rebind and layout joystick space sim commands now properly work. Space warping audio is no longer heard by everyone in the match. The cockpit and ship should now properly despawn, like we talked about the notes on de-rezzing. The Hornet chain gun audio should no longer cut out. They've re-exported the landing gear deploy animation, so things should be better on that front. Ship debris is no longer passing through cockpits. Loading screens no longer remaining after level loading. Pausing the game will no longer hang you on a black screen. Vandals no longer disappearing from the map. And the shield energy reallocation now obeys the conservation of energy. On the multiplayer side, they've switched spawn points so that players respawn next to their own bases and capture the core. Matches now end after reaching over 100 points. There's a new win mechanic in Team Deathmatch. some sort of sudden death mode. There's been item balancing and some other miscellaneous multiplayer fixes, as well as various performance improvements, client and server crash fixes, and matchmaking tweaks. Oh, and last but not least, improved lighting, but for real this time. That's actually one of the notes that I haven't seen. That's actually one of the notes that I haven't seen the most change in, but time will tell. On the hangar side, we have seen some improvements. Turrets are no longer mountable on missile racks. The 300 series engines are no longer mountable on other ships in silly configurations, and the same goes for the Hornet Ghost engine. And the venerable Replace Me ball is no longer present in the Hornet trainer, so we can say goodbye to him for now. The third-person camera no longer rotates using Q&E, so that should resolve some hangar dizziness. They've resolved some issues with chain guns being removed and added back to the ship. The Trainer Hornet has also seen improvements to the rear landing gear geometry. And for all you force feedback joystick users, they've improved Logitech G940 compatibility and mappings. Lastly, the buggy can now drive properly in the business hangar, so that should be nice for all of us business hangar owners. I'd like to cover some changes that I saw that I didn't see in the patch notes. For one, back here in the business hangar, we can see that these screens are not actually screens at all, but they are, in fact, windows into a back rear area that we can see through if we look at one of them that's off. You can see we have this back area here, which may or may not form the basis of some sort of hub interconnectivity of hangars. I'm really not sure yet. Now, I've noticed that the improvements to the sound have kept going. These lasers from the Aurora do sound much more robust than they did last time. The improvements really just keep coming. I'm very impressed with what they've been doing. Even the centerline cannon on the 300i sounds a bit improved. Just a bit more robust. We also have a nice, lovely hum from the holotable now. It sounds very good. Just listen to that. Improved sound on the bed-getting animation as well. You can also hear that bed door opening. Very nice little sound changes here and there. You can hear my butt slipping off my deluxe LX satin sheets. Now, one thing I have noticed that I didn't see documented anywhere in the patch notes is that the G-force animations are much less prevalent. They feel a lot smoother, and the result is that it feels like the ship handles a whole lot better. I really can't understate the importance of this, as it really makes every difference. So I can't understate the importance of that in adjusting the feel of the flight model. It feels actually better.
Impact.
That being said, I can't really state for sure whether there have been some ninja improvements to the flight model or not, or whether it's just me improving with the mechanics of the game, or a combination of both, as well as the animation adjustments. But everything is really shaping up nicely. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below about anything you like or didn't like about the video this week. Follow me on Twitch, and please get some videos in for my top 5 plays of the week video, coming out hopefully this Friday, if not next Friday. And I think that wraps things up. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.